Hi everybody, Phoenix Kawamoto Community Education Coordinator here at the Town of New Paltz's Office for Community Wellness. Welcome to video number 6 of a 7-part series highlighting aspects of the Surgeon General's 2023 report entitled Our Epidemic of Loneliness and Isolation. Today's focus will be on how social connection affects communities and how the work of the Office for Community Wellness supports some of those key aspects highlighted in the report related to social connection within communities. So when we start this conversation, it's important to point out 2 prime areas of focus. 1, social connection. We've been talking about how it affects us as individuals on multiple levels, but it also affects the community itself and the organizations and institutions that are within that community. When we look at social infrastructure, not just, so we have social connection, the level of social connection, and then we look at social infrastructure. Where in the spaces and places that we are interacting, how does that infrastructure work? What policies, dynamics, etc. are at play that affect the actual interaction and ability to build relationship and connection between the organizations and institutions and local government structures and the members of that community as individuals. Because again, we are all connected and there is an interdependence and a relationship between individuals and the actual organizations and structures within the community they reside. Last but not least, this report looks at specific areas or types of trust, the prevalence of that trust, the strength of those different types of trust between the organizations and the community and the individuals who call that community home. Now, we have been encouraging folks to read the report for yourself so you can better understand. We're only going to be highlighting specific areas that relate to the work of this department, but there is so much to be gleaned from reading the report or reading the accompanying document that has been created by Diane Fossey here at the Office for Community Wellness. So the first of the 3 areas of trust that I would like to speak to is institutional trust, which is as it sounds. It's the trust held for institutions, organizations, and governmental structures within a community. And while that is not a primary focus of our work, we do recognize that as the Office for Community is an actual department and part of town government, town structure, we are responsible to the residents here. We work very hard to listen to what people want and need and offer activities, and we work with service providers to help build those bridges and meet the gaps of services that are needed. So our ability to do that helps strengthen a level of trust held for town government. So that's one aspect of trust. The next one is called building social capital. Building social capital is focused on how we are able to bring people together across different social groups, which is not an easy feat as we have become more insulated, more isolated, especially coming out of a pandemic. That was one of the driving factors of this department, was really working very hard through the pandemic and coming out of the pandemic to find ways to break through isolation and bring people back together. And all of our activities are created with the community as a whole in mind. They are free. Everyone is invited. We do things to bring folks together like our annual community barbecue, our movie nights, our Recovery Fest, holiday hoopla, window painting. We just had our first karaoke cafe here at the New Paltz Community Center, and we're going to be having our second one on Saturday, March 22nd from 7 to 9 here at 3 Veterans Drive. We are going to have a movie night on March 8th, also here at the New Paltz Community Center. Everything is free and open to all. We also have been listening specifically to information and feedback we've been receiving from youth in grades 6 through 12 and adults 18 and older in this community so that we can start to plan intergenerational or multi-generational free programming around shared interests across generations. So this has been a primary focus of our work, and we continue to do what we can so that we can thrive together. That is the overarching name of that initiative and the work of this department, and it is our goal. How do we come together to co-create a vibrant, healthy, happy New Paltz? Last but not least, the third aspect of trust that we are working on is called linking social capital. And that is about linking individuals with institutions and linking institutions with individuals, and has been such a foundational aspect of this work because we grew as a community coalition into this department. If you remember from previous conversation, this department came out of a drug-free grant project, a federal substance abuse prevention grant that was in existence here 2012 through December 31st, 2016. As part of that grant, you had to have not just representation, but active participation from 12 sectors within the community. It was about bringing people together from different parts of the community with different social status, different access to power and prestige and resources, but bringing people together to find out what people wanted and needed and empowering the community to co-create what it needed. And so we have been doing that, and we continue to do that. At the closing of that grant in 2016, we had 44 organizations who were participating with us to help make things happen here. That work only increased and expanded to include over 100 different organizations, not just here in New Paltz, but in Ulster County, in the Mid-Hudson region, and also state agencies and organizations who are supporting the work here. So we continue to do what we can. Now, as we have been saying, we encourage folks to read the report for yourself so that you can have a deeper understanding of the complex content that is contained within it. If that is not workable given what you're navigating in your life, I totally understand. And that's why we have the accompanying documents that were created by Diane Fossey. Either one, take a look. And I hope to see you at the final segment of this 7-part series, which will be released in the days ahead. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great day and take good care. Bye-bye.